Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything to subscribe. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. This really brings a smile to my face. This is like everything kind of turning your way, right? This is everything that has been kind of down or not working or not succeeding or not making progress. Now is starting to flourish, starting to shine, starting to come around. You may even have been feeling lately that you've kind of been like at the bottom of the wheel, you know, where the rubber meets the road. It's the kind of being just ground down by life, but I feel like everything's turning your way. And this is some great Jupiter energy. This is kind of this is Spirit's timepiece. This is the cosmic wristwatch. This is saying it's your time now to shine. It's your time to get back on top. Okay? So whatever you're doing, whatever you're involved with right now, keep doing it. Because I think success is just about to hit. You probably are noticing now, even it feels like things are starting to turn back around. So just stick with what you're doing and you're going to be right back on top of things. Okay, we're going to put this into some context and see what else might be going on. Oh, we've got an Ace of Wands. Well, that's a pretty good addition. This is kind of the axle of the wheel, right? We've got this wheel. We've got the life that just keeps turning. Things keep making progress. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down, then we're back up again. What makes this whole thing go around is your consciousness, your ambition, your will, your confidence. Even when things are not going so well, even when you feel like you're at the bottom of the wheel, right, getting kind of ground down, you're sticking with it. You're the one holding everything together. This is a wheel that is revolving around your efforts. Okay, so this is really a big deal. This is a really, really big deal. We've got now the High Priestess, the Three of Wands. Look at that. We've got the Trinity and the Unity. And we've got one of your superpower cards. And this is exactly what we've been talking about. This is about you really sticking around. This is about you maintaining your effort, your ambition, your confidence. You're not losing faith. You haven't been losing hope. You've been trusting in Spirit. You've been trusting in yourself, which is synonymous with Spirit, right? You are Spirit. And so this is your power card, the Prince of Wands. This is a very strong Leo energy, right? It's committed. It kind of is, we're so certain about what we're doing that we're not giving up even when things didn't seem that they were going so well. But look at all these cards here. Things are really turning your way. You've got luck on your side. If you believe in luck, well, it's on your side now. So even though we've been feeling like our seeds haven't been coming to fruition, look at all this energy that we've got, right? So I feel like you're involved with some things right now that... we've got more court cards. Oh, look at that too. We've got 4 court cards here, and then we've got our Ace of Swords at the very top. With the Seven of Pentacles here, I feel like you have been involved with something. You've planted the seeds. You've been tending to something. You've been showing up every day, putting your effort and your will and your consciousness into something, putting your heart and soul into something, breathing life into something, and waiting for it to grow, right? Waiting for it to bear fruit. Well, I think now all of this energy is paying off, and I think it is going to bear fruit. And you didn't give up on something. When most people, they would see this and be like, oh, it's dark. Nothing's growing there. No, you can see You can see all the potential that is in this situation. So I feel like what's coming is really this complete turnaround of things. What has not been growing now is suddenly bearing fruit. It's not as sudden as it may seem, though, because you've been putting in a lot of effort. And we see that with all this fire energy that's going on over here, especially this 3 of Wands. You've been committed, blood, sweat, and tears, mind, body, soul. Right? Mind, body, spirit. Your thinking, your feeling, your doing, all have been united behind this thing. Now, whether this is could be a school thing, could be a work thing, could be a creative thing, could be a relationship, family thing, whatever it is. You've been giving it your all, right? I think day and night you've been working on this, and it's going to start bearing fruit. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're just going to put this over here. We're going to put our very own Kelly Kapoor right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will give us the confirmation that we need. It'll tie everything together at the end. All right. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. We can do it together. We can make it a group exercise. All right. Let's take a look around the room one more time. We've got 2 major arcana cards. The Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. You have never lost faith in what you're doing. Faith in yourself, faith in spirit, faith in the world, faith in what you've been putting your energy into. And you've maybe been putting your energy into a lot of other people, right? Maybe this is your team at work, right? Maybe this is the family members. Maybe these are the court cards here are representing the other people involved in this. You never lost faith. We've got these major arcana cards. This is your idea. I feel like you're the leader of something, right? I feel as if you're leading this group of people to victory. And maybe with this 7 of Pentacles, maybe other people are saying, it doesn't look like it's going to work. But you're saying, wait a minute. Don't give up yet, you know. And I think you're going to be proven right. I think suddenly it's going to start working. And, kind of reminds me of, a little bit of Christmas Vacation, right? When Clark is putting together the extension cords and suddenly the house lights up. But what is obvious in that movie is that he was the leader, right? Clark W. Griswold. He was the leader. He's the one that did all this work. But it really was his wife behind him that flipped the switch that made everything possible. And that really is, I think, your faith in spirit. I think that is that High Priestess, right? This is kind of Beverly D'Angelo down here. It is your effort, it's your creativity, it's your will, it's your deal. You're the boss. But it is your guardian angel kind of that's making everything possible for you. That's flipping the switch at the right time for you, you know? And I think that you recognize that and you have faith in that. That you, Spirit's telling me that you have a fan on while you sleep. Is that right? There's the white noise. It's not for the airflow. It's for the white noise, right? While you're sleeping. I feel like you have a lot of creativity that's always active. I feel like you need that extra help to kind of calm you down enough to sleep at night because you're so energized. You know, it might be hard for you to sleep at night, but Spirit's telling me the fan is going. It's for that, the white noise kind of thing. Anyway, that's kind of a non sequitur. But the High Priestess energy underneath everything, this feels like it is, and I almost wonder if this is a creative project, this is a plan, this is an endeavor, a project, whatever this is, whatever this work is. It's something that kind of came upon suddenly. It's almost, flux capacitor kind of style, where you just kind of had this event, this moment, and you said, I've got the great idea. I don't know where it came from, right? But here is that ambition, here is that idea. It could be that you suddenly had the idea to start a business or write a book or, I don't know. It feels like a very creative project, though. A lot of fire energy here. I think there's a lot of creativity here. There's a lot of other people involved, though. There's other either creative people, or there's maybe a little bit of family, maybe a little bit of like the business people kind of involved. You got to make phone calls, and there's all this administrative stuff. But I feel like everything now is coming together, and you're feeling like, yes, it's working. Everything is turning the right way, and this machine is off the ground. It's running, and it's coming together, right? And things are expanding, and we're reaching that level of success that we wanted, that we kind of told everybody, don't quit yet, just wait and see. It'll work, it'll work, it'll work. And then here we are kind of hoping and praying that it does work. And all that hope and prayer pays off because it is working. And that's really, really beautiful. We have a lot of fire. We've got considerable water here, right? And the water is in between these two air cards. And we've got the earth. And the earth is really the thing that's the important thing. We've got a lot of other stuff going on, but it all hinges, whoops, sorry, Mr. Ed. It all hinges on this earth energy right in the middle of the table. Right? We've got all of this fire and ambition on this side, and we've got the air and water on this side. This is it's our feelings, our values, our thoughts, and our beliefs, right? Our heart and our mind are right here. And this is the mind that doubts. This is the mind that is certain and confident. And this is all the feelings and all the emotions in between, right? And it all hinges on this, the pentacles here. And it's kind of like, well, like in Christmas Vacation, the house is dark. The lights have not worked. It's dark. You can't see anything. You know the light bulbs are there, but they're not lit up. Okay. But in the 7 is a certain confidence. In all of the 7s, whether this was swords or, cups or anything, or wands especially, there's a confidence here. And it's the confidence that says, it may not look like anything now, but just keep watching, it's going to light up, right? And this is really, and it does, and it will, and that's the Wheel of Fortune there. I think part of you is getting a little nervous that it's not going to light up, and I think that's why we see the mental energy, your mind, from kind of being a little wishy-washy, kind of maybe, kind of doubting, kind of like waffling a little, kind of uncertain of our confidence, right? And then we've got this certainty, and now everything is lit up, and now there's this enlightenment, and this is the energy that kind of says, see, I told you it would all light up. I told you it would all work out. But to get to this kind of certainty, we got to go through these emotions a little bit. It's a little bit, there's some feelings here. We're starting to get a little nervous, I think, about things. But I want to also point out that the group of court cards, the fact that we have 4 court cards as a group, tell me that there are more people involved in this with you. So it could be, a family thing. It could be like a bunch of friends going into something together. I feel like we're all taking a kind of a risk here. We're all putting our trust in you. And we're all following your leadership here. And these could be family members, friends, coworkers, whatever. All right. Individually, these cards mean something different. Okay. And that's why you'll hear me talk about the group, but then I also single the cards out and say, well, the Prince of Swords is you're kind of on the fence. You're starting to kind of doubt yourself. There's this confidence, but then there's like, maybe it's not going to work. No, it will. No, but what if it doesn't? Our mind is starting to kind of unravel a little bit because this thing, we've been waiting for it, and it's not lighting up yet. Okay. But we see the certainty at the end, and that is so promising. And this is really the certainty that you'll have. And again, it's kind of like you said, I never doubted for a second. See, I told you it would work. Not for one second did I think it wouldn't work. Right? But we know internally there's a lot more going on. There's a lot of feelings involved here. I think with the Princess of Cups here, this is really kind of you hoping and praying, right? Because I feel like what you're doing here is your dream. This is like an expression. This is like a manifestation of your most essential self. You put yourself out here, and it's kind of like, this really has to work. because this is everything I am. I put all of my creative energy, all of my will. This is me kind of, out in the open. And there's this real hope, because I feel like this is a manifestation of your dream. This is an expression of your essence. Okay. And that's why the Princess of Cups, which is earth of water, right? The materialization, the solidification of that spiritual water essence, that love, that creative spiritual energy within us. Why that's in the position of our environment. Because this is, or should be, a manifestation of your kind of deepest desire, It's almost like if this fails, I don't know what I'm going to do next. There's nothing left, This was everything I've poured into. This was like your life's work, so to speak. Maybe literally, right? And not only is it your life's work, but this is also the Knight of Cups, more water energy. And this is another way of expressing similar things, because this is all the fire energy expressed through the water. So this is you realizing that what you're doing here is you taking your essence, taking your heart, taking all of your creative spiritual energy out of yourself and offering it to the world. And so imagine the blow then if it doesn't work. It feels like the world is rejecting us completely, right? So there's a lot riding on this project for you. And it is going to succeed. And then at the end, again, you've got that certainty that says, I didn't doubt it for a second. Typical Leo fashion, right? I was always confident. I never doubted. I told you it would work, and I was right. But we know the truth inwardly. There's a lot riding on it. There's a little bit of fear. We can admit a little bit of it. Because this is something that is meant to be offered to the world. This is you kind of giving this everything you have. I don't know if it's a creative thing where this is your great work. This is your masterpiece, your life's work. And maybe you have spent a lifetime building up to this. So there is a lot riding on it. All right. And that the fact that we started the whole reading with this Wheel of Fortune, I think, is a very, very good omen. I think you're a natural leader. I think that you have organized all of the different components of this thing, and that really that's really helping this thing be successful, because you have such a strong and confident leadership skill that you're able to keep everything kind of working in harmony. Just, the way a wheel like this, we want it to run smoothly. We want it to turn and function the way it's supposed to, and we have to be at the center of that. We're the axle of the wheel, right? And so, maybe it's a business. Maybe it's some sort of collaborative effort. But this Jupiter energy is really expanding things. This is something that's meant to grow. It's going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's not just one win and that's it, and then you can put that in your pocket and take it home and we're all done. No, this is something that's going to continue to grow and expand. The wheel's going to keep turning. And there will be moments where we're down again, and then moments where we're up again. And that's just the natural flow of things. But I feel like this is that grand opening, This is that big opening kind of day of something. And it all rides on this, This is the moment where you flip the switch and hope that this thing boots up, hope that it starts running and churning, and you can say, it was a success. No one's going to see you sweat, though. No one's going to see you sigh that sigh of relief, right? Because outwardly you are all confident and you're electric. You're just like, just watch. It's going to work. Inside we might be feeling a little nervous, but we have that confidence. And we talked a little bit about the Prince of Wands up here. I feel like this is your consistent energy. I feel like you really lead by example. I feel like, again, you're the axle of the wheel. You're the leader here. But you're one of those leaders that isn't just kind of, staying at home or staying in the office, telling people what to do. No, you're the one that's showing up every day and doing all of this work. You're the one that is really committed to this, and it's you're leading by example. Everybody sees you working hard. Everybody sees your confidence, and they're inspired by you. I feel like you're a very inspirational person. Also, Spirit's telling me that you recently came back from a trip. You were on a journey, and you returned from a journey. Okay, I don't know if that's related to this. Maybe you had to go make some connections or network somewhere in another place in order to, or maybe you had to go pick something up and bring it back, right? Something like that. But you returned from a trip, yeah. This is really nice. The Three of Wands back here. This is your character. This is your integrity. All right. This is your willingness to sacrifice things that are for the greater good. So with this Three of Wands, I feel like you've given up a lot of things. There were other things that you really enjoy doing. I don't know if it was like sports or other kind of creative endeavors, but you put everything else on hold. Everything else was second priority to whatever this is, whatever this stuff is. So you're, again, leading by example. You're willing to really, like, you're saying, well, if I got to stay up, if I got to put in the extra hours, I'm going to do it. If it means that I, can't go play ball on the weekends for a while, then that's the sacrifice that I'm willing to make. So you're doing the right thing for yourself and for this project because you have respect, and therefore you get respect. You treat this seriously, and therefore people treat you seriously, right? This isn't a joke. This is real life, Spirit's telling me too that a pet has passed recently for you. I'm sorry for that. It's always hard when we lose a part of our fur family. I don't think that has a bearing on really what's going on here, except maybe that it has been a challenging few years for you. And despite other things going on in your life, you have not given up on this. This is the central part of your life right now. And I think all of this sacrifice is paying off. All right. Sometimes these details come in as ways of validating the energy or confirming the energy that we're in. If those details aren't meant for you, just leave them for the next person. Okay. But Spirit's telling me that there's a pet that has passed recently. I'm sorry about that. Where to go from here? I want to talk more about the High Priestess here, because I feel that you have a very private spiritual life. Okay? I feel like outwardly there is a lot of this confidence and creativity and this commanding energy and this leadership, right? A lot of fire energy right here. And especially this essential Leo superpower right here at the top of the path of the dove. But underneath it all is a very deep spiritual life that I think is not really, it's not openly shared with everybody. This is something where it's just kind of like, it's a private thing. It's a personal thing. Your spiritual practice. I feel like you value prayer a great deal. I feel that you, it's almost kind of a karma yoga kind of vibe I get, because I feel like you don't really take credit for what you do. You have that Leo pride, and at the end you say, I knew it would work. I had no doubts. I had certainty. I told you it would work out in the end. But I feel as if you don't take credit. You know that it is spirit, it is divine energy working through you. And that you are, for whatever reason, for karmic reasons or whatever, you are the perfect conduit for all of this creative energy right now. And so there's a duty and there's a respect for what you're doing, because you feel like it is a divine kind of decree that this should be your work, right? And I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if it's something creative, it's business, family, or what it is, right? It doesn't really matter what it is. Like I always say in these readings, it's not what you're doing, but how and why. And you treat this with such respect and reverence and the divinity that it is, the holiness that it is. That is how you're approaching this particular work, whatever these seeds are that we're waiting for them to sprout and flower and bear fruit. Not only this, but everything you do, I think you approach it with a reverence and a respect, right? And that is holiness in itself, yeah. And I feel that I feel a sense of holiness with you, and I don't know if you would call it that, but I keep hearing this kind of respect and reverence. Spirit keeps saying to me, respect, reverence, you know. Spirit's also telling me that you have a lot of patience for people, you know. And I think especially if this is a group situation that you are someone who's very attentive to the needs of other people. Yeah. I feel like you're a very important person in a lot of people's lives. Yeah. I feel like we're ready for change, though. I feel like this has been, we've been down in the mud. We've been at the bottom of the wheel between the rubber and the road. We're ready for the blessings now, right? What we don't have in this reading, I mean, we have the earth energy, we have water energy, but these are court cards. We don't have a lot of minor arcana cards. You know, if you look at what we have, we've got an ace, a 3, and a 7. Right? We don't have any minor arcana cups. We don't have any water energy. Right? We don't have really the physical goods in our hands yet. All we really have is our faith, our respect, our reverence, our integrity, and our confidence that we are following Spirit, that we are doing what we are meant to do, and there is this faith and hope and trust, this certainty that things are going to light up, that this is going to activate, right? And this is going to be spectacular. I want to look at the mystery card now. Yeah. Let's see what we've got here. I'm expecting some kind of water energy. I want to see like a 6, 9, a 10 of cups, right? Showing the relief, showing the joy and the celebration that everybody is kind of partying now, celebrating this activation, right? The success of this thing. Now everybody's having a good time. Yeah. If you have a prediction, I want you to put it down in the comments. Let's take a look. Oh, we've got the Sun card. Okay. This is lighting up, right? It's turning on. We've got that brightness. We've got the activation. This is these 7 pentacles now turning on, lighting up, right? So it's a confirmation of what we've been talking about. I also think that this card represents you. And this is kind of like you're the center of things. You're the axle of the wheel. You're the center of this group of people. And I feel like everybody is taking their sustenance from you. In other words, people are drawing energy from you, spiritual substance, that you are kind of almost like you're feeding everybody, you know, that you are providing light and life and love for these people that are with you. You are the source of this confidence. You're giving everybody hope. You're giving everybody inspiration. Yeah. You've got a very important role. You think of the sun up in the sky. That's a very important role that our star has physically in the sky, you know. Very important role. So I feel like this is your respect and reverence. Again, I'm hearing those respect, reverence for the role that you have in life, for your responsibility not only to the work but to the other people involved here. Maybe you're a business owner. Maybe you run the department at work, you know, whatever it is. Maybe you're the head of the family. A lot of people rely on you, and you take that fact very seriously. Yeah. And I think everything is lighting up. Everything is, it's coming up aces. Everything is activated. We see that this Wheel of Fortune, things are turning around. You're bringing everybody to success. Right? You're bringing this whole group, the family, the department, the business, you're bringing everybody across the finish line. And at the end, you're going to say, yeah, see, I told you. I told you we'd get here. But that's not like a prideful thing. That's, it's still filled with this holiness. It's still humble, even though it's confident, right? We could be confident and humble at the same time. Yeah. I feel like this is the manifestation of your dream. I feel like this is your life's work. This is your masterpiece of some kind, right? And I'm very curious what it is. I would love to hear more about it if you want to leave some comments. We're going to do an extended reading as well if you want to stick around for that. There's a link in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Leo every Tuesday and Saturday, but I'm here every day. Come back, see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. There's the cat confirming as well. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. Thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.